I've been around the block a few times, but Korea? This place never fails to knock me on my ass. It's a land where history isn't just something you read about in dusty old books. It's alive, it's kicking, and damn, is it delicious? From the moment you step off the plane, you're hit with this intoxicating mix of the ancient and the cutting edge, all wrapped up in a package that's uniquely, unmistakably Korean. So buckle up, folks. We're about to dive headfirst into a world where every meal is a revelation. You know what? There's something almost surreal about standing in the heart of Gyeongbokgung Palace. Here you are, smack in the middle of this hyper-modern city, and suddenly you're transported back to the 14th century. The sheer grandeur of it all, the intricate wooden structures, the vibrant colors, the meticulous details, it's enough to make your head spin. But let's be real for a second. As impressive as all this historical eye candy is, we're here for something even more fundamental, the food. And in Korea, all roads lead to kimchi. At the Kimchi Museum, you're not just looking at fermented vegetables behind glass. Oh no, my friends. This is a full-on, hands-on dive into the pungent, fiery soul of Korean cuisine. Let me tell you something. There's a kind of peace you find in places like Bulguksa Temple that you just can't manufacture. It's in the air, in the worn stones beneath your feet, in the gentle chanting that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. This isn't just a tourist stop. It's a living, breathing piece of Korea's spiritual heart. But Korea isn't all quiet contemplation and Zen moments. Take Suwon Hwaseong Fortress, for instance. This place is a testament to human ingenuity and, let's face it, a healthy dose of paranoia. Built in the 18th century, it's a marvel of military engineering, and the best part? They let you try your hand at traditional archery here. Now, if you really want to get a feel for the soul of Korea, you've got to get out of the cities and into the countryside. Places like Andong-haho Folk Village. This isn't some Disneyland version of the past, folks. This is the real deal. Families have been living here for generations, preserving a way of life that's all but disappeared elsewhere. And then there's the Boseong tea fields. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've seen some pretty spectacular landscapes in my time. But these endless rolling hills of green? There's something else entirely. It's not just about the views, though. It's about the ritual of it all. Picking the leaves, watching them being dried and rolled, sitting down to sip a cup of tea that's about as fresh as it gets. Listen up, folks. Korean cuisine. It's not afraid of a little funk. Hell, it embraces it, celebrates it even. And nowhere is this more evident than in the fermented pastes that form the backbone of so many dishes. In Suncheong, they take their doenjang and gochujang seriously. These aren't just condiments. They're the result of centuries of tradition. A delicate balance of time, temperature, and technique. This is where the magic happens, where soybeans and chili peppers transform into something greater than the sum of their parts. It's a process that takes months, sometimes years. In our world of instant gratification, there's something profoundly reassuring about food that refuses to be rushed. If Seoul is Korea's head, then Busan is its beating heart, raw, unfiltered, and unapologetically real. And there's no place that embodies this spirit more than Jagolchi Fish Market. It's an assault on the senses in the best possible way. The cries of the vendors, the glisten of fresh-caught fish, the briny smell of the sea. This isn't just a market, it's a spectacle, a performance, a way of life. But we're not done yet, folks. No trip to Korea is complete without a jaunt down to Jeju Island. It's like Korea decided to take all of its natural beauty and concentrate it in one place. Jeju black pork is the stuff of legend, and for good reason. Grilled over charcoal with a cold height beer on the side, that's about as close to culinary nirvana as you're likely to get in this lifetime. You haven't really experienced Korea until you've been part of one of its festivals. Take Seoyal, the Lunar New Year. It's not just a holiday, it's a national event, a time when the entire country seems to pause and remember what really matters. Families gather, ancestral rites are performed, and everyone, and I mean everyone, tucks into a steaming bowl of tteoguk. It's comfort food on a national scale, each chewy rice cake symbolizing another year of life. In a place like Insadong, you can see Korea's past and future colliding in real time. One moment you're browsing traditional crafts that haven't changed in centuries, the next you're sipping a latte in a cafe that looks like it was teleported straight from Brooklyn. It's a microcosm of modern Korea, deeply respectful of its roots, yet unafraid to innovate, to push boundaries. And nowhere is this more evident than in its food scene. You've got street vendors selling taeokbokki right next to Michelin-starred restaurants, reimagining Korean cuisine in ways that would make their ancestors' heads spin. As we come to the end of our journey, I'm left with a feeling that's hard to put into words. Korea isn't just a place you visit, it's a place that stays with you, that changes you in ways both subtle and profound. It's in the taste of that perfectly grilled samgyeopsal, in the sound of drums echoing through ancient palace grounds, in the warmth of makgeolli shared with newfound friends. This is a land of contrasts, of flavors that linger long after the meal is over, of traditions that refuse to fade in the face of relentless progress. It's complex, it's contradictory, it's absolutely fascinating. And I, for one, can't wait to come back for seconds.